still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. And I've heard you've been here before, but I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt or maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to, but you hold on to me cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same.
It's me and you.
I never get it right.
But that's my me and you.
Well,
my
don't read
nice and
don't
things
read
and
my
stuff.
lips, and you wouldn't know what it says. Is all I'm saying. Whatever.
Not looking at you. Just don't look at you.
Yeah.
Am I in the? Oh, I am in the hammer space. That's cool.
Oh.
No,
Oh, your beer.
the drinks and all
Oh
the
yeah.
all
Somehow I
the
made
goodness.
it. I don't know how.
That was not on purpose.
All right.
Happy.
Happy Fancy Friday! We did it! Ooh, ooh. I've only worn this dress one time for Errol's wedding, like 9 years ago.
And it was really hard for me to. If you're watching the video, I mean, you might just be listening. But
Oh, yeah.
we decided to dress up a little bit. I had to adjust my bow tie
Because your neck.
because I have a fat neck now. We talked about that. Fat neck, and I got a broader back than I used to, so I
Yeah.
can't even.
Jacket's a little tough.
Like, seriously, if I try and cross my arms, I might rip it.
I think you wore that to Errol's wedding also.
I did.
Okay. That's
That's
funny.
why this is funny.
Yeah.
The jacket I did.
We didn't plan this.
I don't know if it's the same type,
I
but
feel like it is.
it might be.
Yeah. It's because it's your favorite.
It's one of my favorites. Yeah. My other one just when my very first bow tie I've had for a very long time. And I didn't click record. Ah, well.
Just do it
It's
now.
fine. No.
But then how do you replay it?
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I just was trying something new this time, and then I forgot to try it.
No, bummer.
But no, the fat neck. The first one that I bought, it was a silk tie, pretty expensive. It won't adjust big enough. That's literally the only reason I didn't wear that one. I was gonna wear that one, but when you take, we have large heads.
Yes.
So have you ever taken a hat, like a baseball cap, that's adjustable?
You can't
And
adjust
it
anymore?
doesn't. You're on the last little snap.
Yeah.
Still doesn't.
I mean,
fit.
as soon as you pick it up, you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
that's not fitting my head.
No.
It's hilarious. It's warm in here.
Well, yeah, and I have a jacket on.
Yeah. It's all the lights. I don't
A little
know.
toasty.
Yeah, the fan's not on. But
Oh, that's 'cause it's
Fancy
dirty.
Friday.
I gotta clean that.
Yeah,
thing.
we're not going to show people. It's Fancy Friday, and it's St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah.
So my bestie had this grand idea that we should make Irish desserts or Irish treats.
Oh,
So
they're in our hammer space.
I know, I'm kidding. So I made a traditional Irish apple cake. I haven't tasted it yet. I need that Scooter. I'm
No.
gonna taste it. Want a piece?
Did you say
Like Yoshi.
When did you turn into a cartoon? I felt like I was
every
watching
Friday.
Avatar. The Last Airbender.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not
It
the
is
other thing.
delicious, I must say. And we actually had all the ingredients at home, and it's not very sweet.
Crazy.
Yeah, so it's good. And We also have Irish whiskey to start off our Fridays. So, are you gonna grab yours? Oh, sorry.
Might rip my jacket if I reach in. Ah.
What was I gonna say? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Sláinte.
Slanchava.
It's Sláinte because it's Irish today.
Oh yeah, slancha.
And then
Ooh, I went Scottish. I apologize.
we brought out the whole bottle, just in case we need some for later. Get a little crazy. But then we also got our Guinness. Because
Yes.
how do you have St. Patrick's Day? And no, not green beer. That's not Irish.
Nope. Green beer is not Irish, but we did get some Guinness.
And I did pour it according to my certification.
Yeah, because we're
from
certified from Dublin.
It's
Dublin?
It's like 5 years now, so I don't know if
Dublin?
it's canceled. Dublin?
I think I said it right the first time, and now I just butcher it.
Yeah, just stop. So Sláinte. Once more time.
Slancha.
Cheers,
All
guys.
right.
Happy Friday. Happy Fancy Friday. Oh, Guinness.
Haven't had one in a long time.
I think the last time I had one was... No, I've had one since then.
Yeah.
Airport, I think. Because the options were like Gooseneck. Goose Island was that one I don't like?
I don't know.
It's either Gooseneck or
Goose
Goose
chicken,
Island.
Goose Island.
One of
goose-
those. I was like, give me
Yeah,
a... Give
it's
me
either
a,
that or
give me a shot of whiskey and a
I
Guinness.
know. Maybe that'll be part of my rant. I don't know what our topic
We
is
don't
yet,
have one.
and we're gonna
Actually,
get to that. But let's
kinda
talk
have
to our about
Yeah.
sponsors.
Oh, yeah, that part. Sorry.
Well, who's our sponsor?
I have no idea. Who's our sponsor today?
No idea.
I have nobody in my box.
We're paying for this by ourselves. So let's be honest about this.
We would like to sponsor the show ourselves.
We do. I mean, it's all this equipment is on borrowed time.
Oh, did you read John's message?
No.
You have to read it.
Is it getting mushy?
No, it's just nice.
Well, then you read it.
Okay. I just thought your eyes were better than mine.
Darren,
He said,
you're standing. You're looking at your phone like this close. I have to look
listen,
way over there.
I come from a history of legally blind
Oh,
people.
look, my hair's
The options are
getting
not good.
long. I can't see.
John said, I bought him a green spot finish in Chateau, let me see this, Montelena casks, and he's going to have it later. He loves us.
I
Love you
don't even
guys.
know what that means.
It was that green spot that we got at Rocco's.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, now I'm looking.
I know.
I'm looking how funky my tie looks.
And
too.
then I'm realizing we were just at Rocco's and we probably could have got something better than what we have, and we're just drinking. Not that Jameson's terrible.
Hold on. It's not a. We have kind of this thought Okay, I know what our sponsor is. Our sponsor of this episode is Drinking Like You're Irish. That's our
mean-
sponsor. Okay, but
Irish.
yeah,
Okay, continue.
I mean they talk about that tons, like Russia, either Russian or Irish.
Can you finish your thought? Because I'm gonna grab something.
But I don't remember my thought now. What was I talking about?
Sponsors, drink like you're Irish.
Oh yeah,
And
no,
change camera.
we have two different kind of. Oh, you want mine? Just mine?
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's just on me, it's just camera. But if you're just listening to this in audio, then you don't really care, anyways. But the idea, the thought, we have this not really a mantra, but the way we do stuff is we make sure that we have non-expensive and expensive sipping stuff, because nobody wants to be shooting, some 21-year-old scotch.
No, that's just rude.
Well, it's just dumb. Like you can't taste it. It just doesn't work. So,
So sponsored by alcohol.
yeah, and then the other ones we do like Jameson, some of the lower end ones. Yeah, we go from
Proper. Oh, okay. I guess it can be part of my good thing. That's
What?
all. I was gonna show this as part of my good thing.
there. Oh, well,
But we haven't got there yet. I know. Good thing. It's Scooter's
Fine.
favorite part. Can I be back on camera?
No,
Oh,
'Cause you're
that's
rude.
Jinx. So my good thing is I got my mystery box in again from Rocco's, not sponsored.
oh, you can see.
So
it.
you basically, it's not in hammer space.
Well, there's no
you-
hammer space when it's just your
Oh.
camera.
You go and they sell
Here.
like a box and it's like you don't know what you're getting. Anyways,
I'll help.
so I got 2 tequilas. One of them is just a regular, like, I want to say it's Luna Azul. And the other one is this Tequila Ocho. You see it? Oh, there it goes. And it's really good. It's definitely a sipping whiskey. And it's finished in bourbon casks, Widow Jane. And the other cool thing, they're going to have a Widow Jane tasting coming up, which is bourbon. But, alcohol. We do other things, but we also like libations.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we have fun with it. That was your good thing.
I mean, I have more.
Okay, please go because I didn't write anything
Oh,
down.
right.
'Cause,
Okay.
well, there was a lot going on. All the buttons. Let's be real. Here's what happened.
Oh, okay.
I have this Stream Deck thing that you push buttons, and there was a software update over this last week, and
All the buttons went away.
well, not all the buttons, but some of the options changed within the buttons.
Mm.
So I had to reprogram like 7 buttons. It's not that big of a deal, but it's time consuming.
Yeah.
So I ran behind.
And I didn't help do any of that.
Well, I don't expect you to, but it's one of those things you just, come up with a topic, do all this stuff, and coming here, I'll just show up in my pretty dress and look fancy.
Hey, I did things today. I left the house.
She also made this awesome.
I made a cake.
Yeah, she did.
Went to the store.
Yeah, but I like to gripe a little bit.
I know. I walked the dog.
Makes me feel
twice.
better, I guess. I don't know.
Anyways.
Bringing people down makes me feel good.
No, that's okay.
It's
I'll bring
not
them-
okay.
I'll bring them back up. I got you.
That's not okay.
We'll yin and yang it.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have a couple good things. So one, all the kids are better. Most of them. We'll say all of them because I think she's just faking it in there. But all the kids are better.
You mean the one that we can hear from here?
Yeah, it's fine.
Like she's talking on the phone and
Yeah.
literally knows we're live streaming.
But I don't think they can hear her. It'd be
Oh.
hilarious if you guys hear her. You should text
if you
her
if
and
you
tell
can
her.
hear Elise talking on the phone while we're here, let us know.
Yes. And then, so that's number one, kids are better. Number two, my brother's dog had like a not good, like weird thing happen. We don't know if it's neuro or whatever it was, but she had to go to the emergency vet appointment. She's doing good.
I'm dying.
So super excited about that.
I'm dying.
And then the last thing is a story that I heard before we came on air. I was talking to my sister, and someone in her realm, I'm not going to say who it is, they discovered the Amazon Fire Stick. And they are very I'm going to say judgy and churchy and a little holier than thou, right? That's just who they are. They were very excited to get this Fire Stick. And the first thing that they watched as a very older couple and to tell everybody about it was Magic Mike. And yes, the same ones who say, "Now, what's your real first name?" Because I know it's not Scooter.
Oh yeah. You mean the guy that says
Hi, I'm blah blah blah. Like we've never met him every single time.
they both introduce them? We've known them for many years, and they introduce themselves
Oh.
to us every single time.
Yes.
And they basically are asking our name too. And I was like,
I
and then
bet
by
you.
the middle of the end of the conversation, they're inviting us to their church.
Yes.
And I'm like,
But it's not even about the church part. And
No,
I
no.
told my sister, I was like, did they just pick the wrong name? And she's like, no, after that, they said they're going to watch Cocaine Bear. And I was like, but do they know what Magic Mike's about?
I mean,
when they saw the
Magic Mike,
trailer,
at least that can be a little, misleading
they watched the
in
whole
the
thing.
in the title. All I'm saying, but Cocaine Bear.
Right.
That's literally
Oh,
that's kind of
gosh.
on the nose.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, I
that's
got
good.
it. It was hilarious. Dun-dun-ch.
No, don't do that.
But she was like, man, the
That
whole
hurt.
time I lived with them, like we couldn't watch anything other than Hallmark. But now they're watching Magic Mike and Cocaine Bear. And I was like, man, that retired life has hit them hard.
Holy cow.
So that made my entire week. I can't wait to see them again. Just be like, did you watch Magic Mike too? Did you watch the last one?
Are you a Channing Tatum fan now?
You know what this move is?
Did you know they opened up real ones now, so you can go to those?
I do. Oh,
No,
man.
I'm saying that's what you said. It was like, hey, you don't have to watch the movie anymore. They have like live.
So
strip
excited
clubs
to
like
see
that,
them
so.
again. Oh, and there's going to be an event happening soon where we get to see them again. I'm very
Oh,
excited.
there is?
Well, there's a baby coming, so
Well, but yeah,
we're going to see them. Anyways, those were my good things.
That's funny.
Very excited.
I don't think I've seen Magic Mike.
No,
I mean,
I haven't actually either.
it's not that I'm against it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
It
I don't
wasn't
know.
appeasing.
No, I'm not a strip club guy,
Yeah.
period. So it's like seeing a guy or paying. How about this? It's not that I don't like seeing human beings naked. It's not about that. It's I don't like paying for it. That's the difference. That's literally, I think, the difference.
Oh, man.
If it was free, well,
Oh.
I guess.
Well, now it is because you
Magic
can watch
Mike.
it online now.
Yeah, but I'm talking like the strip club thing. It's not my. It's just never my thing. I've been once,
Yeah.
and I wasn't uncomfortable, but I was just like, I spent a lot of money
Yeah, I've
and went home drinking really bad beer.
never. Yeah. It just seems
and by
expensive.
myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's
So if you walk around Vegas, you could just meet the guys from Thunder from Down Under. That's
yeah, something like that. Okay, so what are we doing?
Oh, you're still on good things. You didn't do yours.
I didn't do a
I
good
did all of
thing.
mine.
What did we do this week?
We took care of sick children. Valerie, that looks amazing.
Uh-oh. What do you got?
Oh, you want to see the pictures?
Well,
I can't send them to you. Can I send them to you? Could you show them? Or
probably not.
Yeah, probably
I mean,
shouldn't.
I wasn't prepared for this.
me either. Yeah, I'll just show
I mean,
you.
if it was on
Oh, look, it's on
Instagram.
camera.
Oh, you can put it on the camera. The cameras, these are
Good cameras.
these are good
See?
cameras.
Green
Put them on
stuff.
yours
Oh,
right
this
there
one.
so it'll block me instead. That's better.
Oh. So
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
green spot. And look, they look adorable.
These are great
I don't know which way
cameras.
to go. Hold on.
Huh?
Oh, I didn't want to go turn into work pictures.
Work
Then
pictures.
she made Irish soda bread. And I'm assuming this is bread pudding. You
Oh,
have to
that's
tell me
so
about it.
cool.
Is that bread pudding?
That's so cool. So she just flipped through some pictures. You know, if you're listening to this on just
Oh, yeah.
audio, you should see because the mistake was whoo. You got to see some good pictures.
Oh, yeah, those
Her-
work pictures.
Her quote unquote work
Might
pictures.
see a spreadsheet in there. Time
You just-
card.
You just
Ooh.
changed the whole meaning of the word spreadsheet.
Off the chain.
You're
off
welcome.
The rails already.
You're
Would you
welcome.
go to your good thing? Jesus.
I don't have one. Realistically, my good thing is, I don't know. Things
stop raining.
are going well. Let's get serious for a minute. My good thing is, something's funny all of a
Freaking
sudden.
Orlando's, man. They're on fire today.
Okay, but
Sorry.
my good thing is I spent probably 6 months of last year where it was so hard to get out of bed. And not because I was physically ill, but how crippling depression can be.
Yeah.
And I haven't had I've been upset and things have been crappy, but I haven't really, I haven't come across anything that can take me down.
That's good.
And it was, it's still just as challenging as it was then. It was just your body, if you suffer from depression or anything like that, it can get you sometimes.
Yeah.
So, so my good thing is I'm in a very good, I'm an even keel. I'm not manic. There's no mania. There's no low.
Yeah.
There's kind of like, hey, we figured out something kind of in the middle.
Yes.
So it's kind of
Agreed.
nice.
All right, now you have to read John's message because it's funny.
Okay. I can't see it. Okay.
It's right there.
Oh, but then I gotta look way over here. Okay. We got Magic Mike photos later if you want to see. Really? Of course you do. I don't, but thanks for the offer. I appreciate it. But yeah, slide in my DMs.
Stupid. Thank you, Bailey. She says I look good.
Well, you do.
Ooh, John said not free. All right. You ready?
Not free. All right. So what are we doing? Oh, let's do this. We don't really have a plug for it, but we're putting it. I was doing other things.
I'm ready.
It was Rant. We're gonna do rants of the week because people have brought this back, have asked about it.
Yeah.
I've gotten texts and messages about it. So we're gonna talk about one that was submitted to us, and then maybe do some other ones. But I'm gonna give it over to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rant?
Do you have them? Do you have something?
I thought we were just talking about the one.
No, you can pick a different one too.
Any rant?
Yeah. Do you have one ready?
I mean, mine's a work rant, but I'll
There you
talk
go.
about
Let's
it.
go. Fire up. Fire up.
I am so tired of people this week telling me that what I do as my job is not the right thing. And that, no, I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to do it that way, so we're not. You can go literally F off at this point in my week. Because I don't care that you think it should be another way. Legally, this is what we're going to do. And legally, it's the right thing to do. So you can raise your voice at me. You could send me emails. You can message a manager. I don't really give an F. But you could not tell me that I'm not doing my job correctly when I am. Because I don't care. And that has been my week. So tired of people this week. Oh my gosh. The amount of people who have reached out about crap and how they are upset. And don't get me wrong, I get it. owning a business is hard and it's expensive, and I understand. But when someone is literally just doing their job and you lie about you lie about who you are, you lie about what you do, and then you get upset that you have to pay more money because you're a friggin' liar, and then you want to get mad at me because you're a liar. I don't have patience with people. Everybody can go F off this week. And that's where I'm at. Sorry for all the bad words.
What did you say that was bad?
F.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That could have been efficient.
It could have been, but it wasn't.
Efficient people.
It's fudge. That's what it is.
Well, I'm going to go ahead, and there was one that was submitted. Okay. One was submitted, and I don't know if it was more of a topic, because, well, let's wait till I got an idea. We'll wait till the end of this, and maybe this can roll in, and this can kind of be the beginning of the topic of the week, but I know you have one.
Yes.
So I think we'll finish on that one.
Okay.
What I'm running into is, especially recently, and you were talking about Instacart.
Yes.
Last time I'm talking, this just happened like 15 minutes before the stream, like lazy delivery drivers.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like, you don't have to go above and beyond. I don't care about that. I really don't. I mean, you can toss my package at the door, ring the doorbell, and walk. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It should be packaged well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm talking about the drivers themselves. But when the note says delivered in a safe space,
You're still trying to find that package, huh?
there's two of them.
Oh, okay. That was just the one.
No,
That's
they're
nice.
both delivered in a safe space.
That's nice.
So where's that?
With no pictures.
Because it's not out front of our door.
Right.
Because we were sitting right here when it was delivered, and then we looked outside like within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it wasn't there. So to me, that's just why are you lazy?
Right.
There's a difference between not going above and beyond. So I feel like some people feel like delivery drivers or waiters, waitresses, whatever, are supposed to go above and beyond. No, they're supposed to do the minimum.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine.
Their job.
Yeah,
Not
do your
the
job.
minimum, the
But if you're doing less than that,
Yeah.
like what the hell? You know, so safe space. I mean, we know you can take a picture. It's in your system.
I thought it was part of the thing.
Yeah, so they can take a picture. It's out front your door. You know where it's at. Or
Right.
if it's around the corner of the front, it's nowhere out there.
Oh, you looked?
Oh, yeah.
You took by the garage? Last time they left it there,
Well,
which is weird. Because our garage is not in front of our house.
what happens a lot, though, is it just gets thrown in front of somebody that might have a number
Yeah.
on their door, which is everyone.
Right.
And then usually one of our neighbors will bring it over later.
Yes.
To me, that's lazy.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Good rant.
no,
I like
I'm not real passionate about it, but I'm real like this. It's not a hot button. Hot.
Yeah.
Whatever. Is it a hot
topic.
button?
Hot button. Hot. No.
What is it? Like
Hot.
trigger word,
That's
hot
good.
button,
I like trigger.
trigger button?
But the one that was asked that we talk about is nepotism.
No, it was nepotism in the workplace.
Yeah, it's the same. Where else are you gonna have nepotism?
School.
Are you in a still workplace?
No, not if you're just kids. That's
What?
not nepotism, is it?
What? What kids are having nepotism?
English is hard for me.
Anyways, nepotism in the workplace. So this one is like near and dear to me because obviously almost my whole family works for us at this point.
Right.
And
I think that might be part of where this came from. Is somebody? I mean, I don't know if she said it as a rant.
Yeah.
And I can rant about it.
can I finish ranting first?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're working on. This is not a joke. We are working on getting a small stream deck kind of little thing like here, so that she'll have a buzzer.
Yeah.
Like when
So
I'm not,
that's
I
enough.
won't shut up and it's her turn, so where she can buzz me.
Yes.
But until we get that,
I know.
this is what you got.
It's the normal life.
We are working on it. Next week. It'll be here for next week's live. I promise.
So I think
For real.
about like
I ordered it from
I'm gonna
Amazon.
talk over
so
him.
who
It's fine.
knows?
So I think about like the first job I ever had, right? When I worked at the construction company, and the main boss owned the company. His son was my manager. Great guy. Like learned a ton from him, and he did well. And then they hired a guy who was like a family friend. And if that wasn't to me the definition of nepotism, I don't know what is. He had no idea what he was doing. Don't get me wrong. I think it's great you give people like experience, let them learn and all that stuff. But even when he messed up, it was still like nobody discussed it or cared because his dad was like a family friend. And that's what I was like, now it's going too far. And he ended up being a great, like he owns like half the company. I was like,
But that's
great.
To me, that's the line.
Right. If you still can't, even if you're a family and you still can't do the job, then it's at that point it's gone too far.
Not
just family, but you know.
Yeah, not if you're doing if you're giving the same person some opportunity because they really don't know what they're doing and you want them to succeed,
right?
Because they're part of your family. That to me, that's okay if you're doing that for somebody else also that's not part of your family.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just saying it's got to be level.
Yeah.
Right. Because I personally feel like if you have somebody that's a family member, brother, cousin, whatever, that I personally hold them to a higher standard because I feel like now they're a representation of me, and that's wrong too.
Right.
Right. It should be equal.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm right.
It's nearly impossible.
It is impossible.
Biases are real.
But yeah. I mean, if you don't have biases, then you're not a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You have biases. Otherwise, we don't learn.
Right.
So I look at it this way: as you have to, if you're not giving your own family member a chance, you shouldn't be giving other people a chance.
Yeah.
And vice versa. It just really should be do the best to be equal across the board. Yeah. I think that's the toughest part because I've had the experience, which was rough, man. So I feel like, I don't know, is nepotism just the idea of hiring people in your family to work, or is it in a negative light?
It's usually negative.
But why? Is nepotism by definition a negative word, or is it just
give
means,
it a negative connotation to it?
I just don't know.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that's because conflict
right
is not a negative thing. It means you don't agree with somebody, but we make it something different.
Yeah.
So no, what's not conflict, but confrontation.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking. I was thinking about that word. Confrontation should not be painted in a negative light.
But it is.
Yeah. Right? And so, but awesome is considered in a positive light, which it's really a neutral word.
Yeah. So I think, like, again, for our company, there's so many family and friends who work for us, and I mean, again, I don't know, because you don't always see your biases, but I feel like, own. Yeah. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people who work for us, who are family or friends, feel easier with coming to us with questions. And so I think that's why it feels like it's easier to work with them, because we know they're asking questions. And then people who don't feel as comfortable because maybe we're not as close don't ask as many questions. So it feels like they're not as in it as everyone else, as the other ones who are and feel more comfortable with asking. Even though, like, I could say every single week, seriously, here's my phone number, text me, call me, whatever you need, do it. And that people won't do it. But family and friends who do work for us will call or text me whenever and be like, hey, I have a question.
That's the positive spin.
Right.
Now, there's some negative spin.
Yeah.
I have some history. Here's where I get into my rant space.
Go ahead, put it on your face so I can eat cake.
Or you can pour a shot.
Okay.
Or you can do both.
Okay.
Because you are running the world.
Yeah.
And we know this.
Finish your rant.
I'm not gonna finish my rant, but see, she needs her buzzer. I ordered it today. It could have been here tonight, but it would have been right now and delivered in a safe space. So I have had really close experience. There's a company, and I don't care if you look it up. I don't even know if they're a company anymore. I don't care. They were around in the 80s. It was in the Pacific Northwest, mostly Tacoma, Puyallup area. Olympia, Chehalis, I think had one. And it was KLQ Enterprises, and it was quality rentals. It was rent to own furniture. And to make a long story long, it's only on me, babe.
I know.
So why are you ducking? Oh, the mic.
Mic.
She's chewing outside the mic. Maybe somebody wants to hear that. Maybe we'll pay extra. for that mic. We got the opportunity to rent to own custom wheels and tires. I got that opportunity brought to me. And my assistant manager was the owner of the company, like 10 locations, daughter. The idea was I set up this shop, get it up and running. She takes over, and I go to the second location in Tacoma. The first one is in Puyallup. So let's look at it this way. I set it up for success. It was succeeding. Okay. Retail, it's the normal retail stuff. We'll do a whole episode on retail crap. But when I went up to the next store, we did quite well. We have a little bit more of a flashy pay-as-you-go type of clientele in Tacoma, Washington, off of South Tacoma Way. If anybody's from Tacoma, shout out South Tacoma Way. We were outperforming that store, hands down. So 5 years, I set up the other one for success. It dipped and went down in numbers. I'm a numbers guy. Went down in numbers. The owner could not do it. And guess what? Shut down my store. Said, you can go work as an assistant manager in the furniture stores. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go work for somebody else. And you can close this place down by yourself. And I left. It was so bad. She was sleeping with customers.
Ew.
She was, and the people that she was hooking up with, she was bumping out their due dates. I mean, it's not, you can't hide that stuff in the system, you know? So it was just it was gross.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe that wasn't a good story, but that's my story. And I'm sticking to it because if you could see all this, all you could see over there was her doing this, tapping her wrist.
Well, Scooter likes to tell a good story, but it's long-winded sometimes. And I like to tell a good story, and I leave out half the details. So in the middle, you'll get an okay story. And that's just how
I know, but
it goes.
I could have got to the good points, but, time.
What good points did you miss?
Most of them, because you were like, oh,
I've
heard this story. It's so effing boring.
I've heard that story. You reached all the good points.
Oh, that's rough. We probably lost
been great.
all of our 3 viewers.
That's not true. We're still good.
Fine.
All right. I feel like I want to do this today.
Good for you. We haven't even got to the next section.
I know. We're gonna go this first and then that, because it's not even on the list.
What?
This isn't on the list.
Okay, I've tried. She's like, no, I don't want to have control of the board. You have control, but she goes like, listen, push that button.
You don't have to push a button.
Because we're going to do something.
We're just going to open this box. Bonus round.
It's just,
I'll give you a shot.
She doesn't want control of the system, but she wants control of me that controls the system.
Yes.
Which she does.
My only thought is because if we go rant to advise me not, then I feel like we're just a lot of.
Because I don't know what her
ranting,
topic is.
ranting.
I don't know what her topic is.
That's why we do this and then back to that.
She's blindsiding me today with the advise me not topic.
I think once you see the top, did you already read my paper? Did you cheat?
I don't look at your paper. You're the one who looks at my paper.
There's nothing on yours this week.
Yeah, I already went through my topics.
Okay.
Wow, this is awful. You're just
I know.
on fire. She puts on a sparkly dress and
yeah.
Woo.
Right?
It's
Shower,
over.
sparkly dress. Whiskey?
Jeez.
Cake? I mean, does it get better?
All right, pick mine.
Oh, wait. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to ask people. And then if they don't pick one, then you pick
But
one.
I just don't. Last time they didn't interact, so I was just like, we just picked one.
Oh, okay. Then read it and then pick it.
Okay. Number 1. What country would you most like to visit?
That's easy.
Okay, these are my cards, Sarah.
Okay.
Thank you. What is the most... Let me clear my throat.
That was pretty good.
What is the most irrational superstition you have?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Number 3. If you were to write a book, what would it be about?
Nah. What do you pick?
I don't know if I have a choice, according to you. Nope. Ooh, that's a good one.
I mean, I can have an opinion.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
That is, of course, what I wanted to do. So I'm going to ask you, and if anybody's in the chat, since my story was so great, I'm sure we're just
Valerie said number 2.
it's a poop joke. All right. What is the most irrational superstition you have?
I don't know if it's superstition, but
Oh, see, that's a good one. That means you usually have something. I don't have anything for it. I just thought it was a good question.
So I don't know if it's an actual superstition, but I feel like it's a thing. And maybe it's because I watch too much Alfred Hitchcock. But I do believe that if your life is surrounded by as many blackbirds or crows as mine has been in this last week, something not good's coming along the way. There's literally a tree outside, like 3 trees. And for some reason in the evening, it's full of crows and blackbirds. And their caw is so loud that it like could wake you up from your sleep. It's so like terrifyingly scary and like daunting that it scares crap out of me. So I feel like not good news is coming, because why else would 3 birds of black crows be hanging outside of our house?
It's a live version of the sound effect from the movie Birds.
Yes.
Realistically.
It's so loud.
It sounds, because that, Hitchcock had to record those birds. And it sounds, it's identical.
Yeah.
And it's like hundreds.
Yes.
In like
when I
2
say
trees.
It's 3, because I can see it from my window. When I say there's trees full, there's legit trees full of birds.
You can't see the leaves.
Yeah.
Because there's just
so
many birds.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like, is there leaves yet?
No.
Okay, never mind. So it's branches.
Yeah, we haven't hit springish.
So it looks like it's full of black leaves.
Yes, and it's scary.
And
but to me, I'm taking it as a sign that something bad's coming along the way. And I don't know if that's a superstition or that's just, I don't know, movies.
I think
maybe number 2 wasn't awesome.
Well, I always look at it this way. My personal opinion is the superstitions come from some truth.
Yeah.
Superstitions do.
Like I don't believe in the broken mirror, black cat.
Yeah,
umbrella.
those are there's a superstition. There's probably stories behind them to stop people from doing things or something like that. Like I don't know what it is, but usually that comes from tall tales that you tell your kids and stuff like that, like lore.
Yeah.
But I feel like true superstitions like that there might be something behind it, because scientifically there's a reason why all of those freaking birds are there all at one time.
Yes. Something's happening.
And something's gravitating them to that same spot.
Yes.
So,
nothing good.
Yeah. I don't know. We don't know.
I do know.
We don't know. I've seen The Crow.
I've never seen The Crow.
I've seen it. And,
I can't even watch birds.
Okay. The Crow only has The Crow. It has
it's
one
just
crow.
One? What a lame name.
Okay, it's not called Crows. It's called The Crow. Like The Crow.
Lame. All right.
It's a great movie. You have to look into that, because it was Bruce Lee's son that was in that movie.
Well, never mind.
Great movie.
What's yours?
Most irrational one? Because to me,
You're rational.
They're not irrational.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they are, but they're probably, I don't know if they're a superstition. Because I'm the one that I just feel like I'm going to sleep closest to the door.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a superstition, but mine's more like if somebody comes in the door, I'm going first.
Right.
You got to get through me.
Yeah.
And I'm the bigger, stronger one of the group right now. Now if there was some other guy like 300 pounds and fully ripped, I was like, no, you're sleeping by the door, dude. I'm the little guy.
Whoever's the lighter sleeper should sleep by the door.
You think?
You could be all, I can take on somebody, but if you're asleep and you don't hear him come in, you're screwed.
Yeah, but if you're sleeping on the other side, this is my thought. If you're sleeping further, yet you can hear it.
Guess it gives you more time to react.
You tap me, and I'm closest. I was like, it's more of how long it takes you to get from here to there.
That's true.
Not when you hear it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I was looking. That's my thought process.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's a superstition.
Yeah, I think that was.
I get weird superstitions. Growing up, it was always, the under the bed thing, in the closet thing.
What does that mean?
There's monsters in your closet.
Oh, is that a superstition?
I don't know. Just a fear.
Yeah. So you don't get up at night.
I don't even know. Obviously, I don't even know what a superstition is.
I was thinking the same thing.
But I picked the card.
that was my bad.
Boom.
All right. Mid bonus round, we're gonna take another shot because it's Friday.
Oh.
And we're not going anywhere. Don't push any buttons.
Oh, I was looking. I was like,
We
there should be
don't have a shot button.
there should be a drink, drunk. No.
Drink, drunk. No, we're just
We'll make up some sound files if you guys want to
somewhat.
submit them sound files. What do you think I said?
Soundfall.
Okay, she is on fire. She hasn't been this
gosh.
goofy in a minute, and I'm
I've
enjoying
been
this.
so again. Never mind. It's been a week.
She's been- okay, Slancha. She's been very robotic
Yes.
for weeks.
No, I've been okay last week. This week sucked.
Well, I mean, but last week it would feel like you were getting into the trend, and
The-
this week
the
you like
downward
mastered.
spiral.
No, it's
Yeah.
not a downward spiral.
Yes, it is.
You're getting into the robot trend, and then this last week, just like you mastered it. Like
Yeah.
you come out, and go, "How's your morning?"
Fine.
Fine.
That's when you know it's
I was
bad.
like, "Love you, babe."
Love you too.
And I'm like, okay.
In
And
my
like,
head, I'm thinking, stop asking me questions when you know I'm working on the biggest audit I have this week, and I just can't get Excel to open.
So I leave, make a shake,
Sorry for yelling.
her like breakfast shake and stuff like come out, and then she goes, "Thank you."
Thank you.
Like not
Please
thanks,
leave the office.
Not, I mean, but last week it was like, "Thanks, babe,"
Yeah. No.
and the week before that it was like, "Thanks, babe."
yeah. No.
You know, and then last week, "Thanks, babe."
I'm hoping
This one,
next week
"Thank
it'll be more
you."
pleasant.
And then
but nope.
all of a sudden the knob switched today. I was like,
I'm just
"You're
excited.
goofy."
Yeah.
I
it's-
love goofy
Me
Sarah.
too.
And I'll be
Whew.
around for all the Sarahs.
Yeah. Oh,
Well,
thanks.
All the Sarahs that are you.
I
Otherwise,
thought it's weird.
well, otherwise it becomes something,
Like
I have
a cloney? You would
Otherwise-
clone me.
Oh yeah.
It'd be weird.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'd clone myself though. No, I was just
that's
saying.
too
Next thing you know, I'll be doing an upside pineapple thing out front.
Stupid.
Google it.
Oh, don't Google it. All right. I have, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh.
That's like waterboarding for me. I can't.
Yeah, it's true.
What
For her.
fictional character would you most like to be friends with?
Have we done that one?
I don't think I have. Your other show, maybe.
There's just so many questions.
And what is an ideal that is most worth sacrificing for? That's too much thinking. I'm gonna go with number 2.
Holy cow! Not the big questions that change the planet.
Yeah, I don't have that in me this week. What fictional character would you most like to be friends with?
Is that what
I'll
we're
be
doing?
honest. I've been watching a lot of Luther lately, and if you haven't seen Luther
Oh.
with Idris Elba, hold on, our doggy's coughing. She sounds sad.
Mm.
Luther is the
She is.
fictional character I would like to be best friends with, and let me tell you why.
You don't have to
Because-
convince me. Maybe somebody that's listening.
Becca said Alice. Alice is too scary for me. I'm afraid she would kill me in my sleep.
Who's Alice?
The redhead.
From Luther?
Yes. Nah, she's too scary.
No, I don't
She
think
would
she's
kill
too
me.
scary. Luther's just as scary.
No. Let me finish. Why?
Luther
See,
just has
Becca said Luther. Luther, because I feel like his moral compass is always towards protecting his friends and people that he loves.
Yeah.
So that's the person I want around me. Alice doesn't give a crap. Like if you say one wrong thing to her and she doesn't like it, she kills you. So I
Well-
can't be Alice's friend. But Luther
Well, then
is a
be
good
nice
fictional
and say
character.
things she wants to hear.
No one's got time for that. I'm not in a good mood all the time. I can't placate that.
Alice, like, how you doing? Fine.
Right.
You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like the character Luther would be a good friend to have. And he's
Man,
Idris
that's
Elba. And
Oh.
he's got a British accent. And
Well, he's
he's
Idris
Idris
Elba.
Elba.
I was like, you had me at Idris Elba. Like, there's some humans out there. There's like, I'm questioning my sexuality. That's for sure. And Idris Elba is one of them. Seriously, we've those are kind of I think we've talked about that on some platform somewhere. There's some of those kind of people that's like, yeah, he could. Yep. He's just. I'd love to be friends with that
Yes.
character. I
Yeah.
guess, but him too.
I don't know him. Like, I don't know enough
I don't
about
think
him.
I don't. There's enough press out there to go. He's just a guy that's just
Yeah.
really
But that's just
honed
press.
in such an
We don't
amazing
know.
craft.
We don't know. He could be really Luther. Like that. He could really be portraying himself. We don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll say so. Fictional character.
Yeah. Who you got?
What's his name? His name Ruckus? Uncle. Who's Aang's uncle.
Aang's uncle?
Yeah.
No, you're thinking Zuko's uncle.
No.
Aang doesn't have an uncle.
Then who's the monk guy that got all buff and?
That's Zuko. He's not monk. That's Zuko's uncle.
Oh, that's Zuko's uncle?
Yes. He's the
Even
Fire
better.
Lord's brother.
The guy, the old guy that got ripped?
Yes.
Because he's like, all right, I'll get in
Yes.
shape and go kick
He's
somebody's
Zuko's
butt.
uncle.
Probably
Probably
somebody
him.
on that line. Whoever that but somebody on that line, because I feel like it's the people that and I've definitely said this before, that has the bar fight mentality,
Yeah.
you know, will protect the people around them.
Becca said, "Do you mean Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks?" I think that's who he was
That's
thinking.
I think that's where I went.
That's
So,
not who we thought, but exactly the name.
but I think that's where my mind went. So look that one up, because that's I haven't even watched Boondocks in like probably 8 to
Oh,
10
geez.
years. But okay, that's probably what I was. Uncle Ruckus with the one big eye, right?
I've never seen Boondocks.
Okay, you've got to.
Yeah.
The only parts I watched it for, pretty much for Uncle Ruckus.
No.
No, I would not want to be his friend. He's got a lot of isms, but very funny. So okay, somebody like that. I don't know if that's my perfect. Obviously, I got it wrong. Who? I don't know. I have that bar fight mentality, like
Yeah.
we were talking about. Like when somebody in your clan, and an immediate action, something happens, you by default have their back.
I know who. Either Pennyworth or the redhead guy from Pennyworth. Or the black guy from Pennyworth.
That's Dave Boy.
Dave Boy. You would be best friends with Dave Boy.
Oh, I want Dave Boy.
Yeah.
Dave Boy, because I could be a Pennyworth.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be a Dave. I sway towards a little Dave Boy.
You want to be a Dave Boy, but you are a Pennyworth.
Yeah, I want to
These
be
are all good shows you guys should watch.
Dave Boy. Yeah, but I tend to be a little bit more Dave Boy because I go in just blind sometimes. But Pennyworth doesn't do that.
No.
So it would probably be, yeah, would probably want to have Dave Boy as my friend, which is okay. Let's talk about that for a second. There's some shows out there. If you guys want show recommendations, just like
Luther, obviously.
it just depends on you. It depends on the people, because you got to tell us what you kind of like already. And I was like, oh, Sarah's seen everything.
Yes.
I'm a little bit more on the quirky side. I watch things that are a little bit off the mark. Like I can watch more anime and watch more sci-fi.
I watch anime and sci-fi.
Have you seen MODOK?
No.
Okay, then.
Have you seen One Punch Man?
Yes.
Me
Not
too.
all of them.
Okay.
There's like a billion of them.
Have you seen all the Sailor Moons?
No.
Okay.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh,
Have
even
you
the
seen
new one?
Digimon
The silver?
and Pokemon? I'm just saying, I watch cartoons and animes. Someone out there.
I'm just saying, mine are a little bit the titles that you don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Like I watch weird, and some of them suck.
Oh, most of mine.
And then some of the genres are really good, just not my thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Yeah, so I think Dave Boy.
Dave Boy. Yeah.
Watch Pennyworth, guys.
Pennyworth is great. Becca, you'll like Pennyworth. You should watch it.
Pennyworth, I cannot.
It's on HBO Max.
And it only had 3 seasons, and you know how those kind of English
Yeah. It could
shows
be 4 years before another one.
or just doesn't come back.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
We might do a segment on that, like what are we binging?
That was it. We
That was
just
about
did the segment. Okay.
All right. So is that? Are we just done with what we were doing?
I'm ready for the big meat
Oh,
and potatoes.
jeez.
Advise me not. Okay.
Shit.
So
So
Scooter has no idea what's about to happen.
This is right. If there's one, I'm gonna go into a pet peeve section, and then we're gonna start over. My pet peeve is she always wants to tell me what time it is, especially if she thinks we need to be doing something else. Like this human being has looked at her watch 30 sometimes because of me. Oh, our poor little girl. She gets confused.
She's mostly blind.
Yeah, and she gets confused because she's like, I don't know where I am sometimes.
I know.
Yeah, let's get her closer to the mic. That's great.
Well, she wasn't coughing a second ago.
So you picked her up. And she's fine.
Yeah.
We've had her we've spent thousands of dollars.
Her heart's bigger than her body.
Yeah, her heart's too big for her body, so it makes her cough.
Yeah.
That's what we found out. So, no, you've looked at your watch. Whenever you feel like we need to be doing something else, you don't say it. You do this.
Well, the other issue is I get all my messages on my watch, so that's also how I check
know it's a great
happening.
way, but you don't do it like that. You don't do it
No.
like this. You do it like this.
Because I have to make it. I'm blind and I can't see what's happening.
All right. So that's my pet peeve of the week. Let's start over.
Advise me not. So
Okay, we've started over.
So we're gonna talk about how do you handle stress. And this is just for Scooter.
Is this an attack? Like, why is this an attack?
It's not. I just feel like this is a great topic for you.
So, all right. So let me put it in how you said it. How
do you handle stress?
I'll say it too.
So we can just keep re-saying it.
No, because if you keep saying it, it's just a question for me. So the topic is, how do you handle stress?
Yes.
Tell me.
You're going to tell me how I handle stress, and I'm going to tell you how you handle stress.
Well, now I'm confused.
It's like therapy for couples.
Live on YouTube.com.
No, so you can talk about yourself. I don't care.
No, I don't.
But
I think it's smarter because if we talk about we've been together 11 years.
11 years.
Because both of us have, and I think that's what everybody has as adults and partners. After a while, you think you handle things a certain way, and the rest of the family unit goes, no, you don't do it that way.
Yes.
They're like, oh, but that's a learning moment. I find those as a learning moment less than find out something that could be an argument.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you really don't. This is what we see. This is what I see you handling it. So I think maybe we could get into that. All right, so come at me, bro.
All right, here it goes.
Come at me, bro.
I have come to the point in life where before it used to be like if you're 15 minutes early, you're on time. I don't care anymore, right? So I'm like, if I show up 30 seconds before it starts, I'm on time and I'm okay with that. Scooter he's not that way. Like, I've changed to be more relaxed and he's still like, no, on time means we're 15 to 30 minutes before things happen. We should be doing things. And then if something changes, if there's a wrench in the plan, I'm like, okay, it's whatever.
I think the challenge is if there's a wrench in the plan, don't be the wrench.
Well, I can't always help that.
Just don't be the wrench.
I can't always help that. Like today, we'll take today for instance. Again, really friggin' long week. We ran errands today, which took a chunk out of the day, which is fine. Mm-hmm. And then I got on the call with my sister because I haven't talked to her in a while.
Which is weird.
Which is like 3 days for us, which I know it feels like a long time, but that's a long time for us. And so we talked for like a good 40 minutes. Just catch up on life. And so at that point, I know what time it is. I know it's 5:15 and Scooter's like, we haven't mic checked and we haven't done this. And all these things haven't happened. I haven't showered or gotten dressed. And I'm like, I know. And in his face, I could see him like, and he always has this comment, here comes the towel, and just shows up whenever. And I know that at that point, he is now stressed. And I'm like, listen, I can't get high blood pressure. So I'm not going to stress out about being late. And I love and understand that people's time is money. And if I don't want us to be late for people either. But I've gotten to the point again where if I'm 30 seconds before it starts, I'm now on time. And I refuse to like lose my mind and lose my cool and stress out because I'm not 15 to 30 minutes early. So the way I handle stress, I just ignore it. Just kidding. When it comes to running late, I don't care about running late anymore.
Are we even talking about the subject at this point?
Yeah, how do you handle stress? So on the other end,
how do I handle stress?
Don't.
Holy cow. Like, I don't. So.
It was just a wake-up call to say you don't handle stress.
Jeez. Oh.
I'm only partly kidding. He doesn't handle stress well.
You're just no, I
But-
don't. But I mean, this is where I go. Thank God you're gorgeous because you're so mean. No, she's very honest. I think that's a big part of where this comes from. It's like these are conversations we've had, not live on a stream, but
Yeah.
for sure. Sometimes they go really well. Most of the time they go really well. If it's a conversation. But if somebody's already stressed and they're broke,
Yes.
then it doesn't go well.
Because I don't handle stress well either, but it's different. I don't handle work stress well because I feel like I'm letting a lot of people down. When it comes to home stress, I know you fools love me no matter what happens. So I don't stress as much to knowing that I'll let you guys down because you guys are like, oh, Mom, it's okay. Or, oh, Sarah, it's okay. But when it comes to work, they don't like it. So I don't handle work stress well because I feel like there's so many people I'm letting down. But when it comes to the house, but you were like, no, I don't want to be overstressed in anything that happens.
No, I don't.
No matter where it's at.
So, I mean, this is how, fine. I'll just talk about myself because
Yeah.
you're not helping me. Thanks. Thanks, therapist Sarah. There's a reason why, and it's got nothing to do with respect of other people's time. I know it should be, but when it comes to being on time and making sure things are done in a timely manner, because me running behind or having too much to do stresses me out.
Yeah.
So I know that I plan ahead for that. So, and let's talk about this show here. Like when it hits about 3:00, I'm setting up for this, and everything has to be set up. This is our dining room, for God's sakes. So microphones, cameras, so many cables, lights, everything have to be moved and set up. And it only takes me about an hour. So I'm usually done by then, and all I ask is for someone to show up at 5:30 so I can make sure the camera angles are there and that the audio works. Because I need another person in that chair because I can only hear what I hear.
Right.
She can hear what she hears. That way we can make sure things are going well, and then we can get it. Like I don't want to have to worry about the software, hardware, all that kind of stuff while we're doing this, so we can just have a conversation.
Yeah.
5:30 hits. 5:35 hits.
Hey, I was on time today.
You came down at 5:30.
Yeah.
Did this and then left and then showed up down here again. You
5:58.
At 5:58.
It's like 5:57. But in that time, in those 3 minutes, I did stress you out by getting the cake shots and
I understand that.
you're ready.
So it's one of those things of I plan my day so that I don't get stressed, so that things go in a timely manner. You're my wrench when it comes to that.
Yes.
Like you really are. And I don't know why it's something that we do. I don't know. It feels like a conscious choice, like a rebellious thing, you know? Because I go up there, I was like 5:29. I was like, yeah, I could. No, it was like 5:15. I could use it as a video and mic check of 5:30.
Yeah.
Okay. I printed something at 5:30.
I grabbed it and came down. At 5:30, I finished the conversation with CJ, grabbed the papers, and came down. Because I said, CJ, it's 5:30. I have to go downstairs.
Yeah, and then you gave me 3 minutes of your time.
That's
then
not true.
left.
No, it was more than 3 minutes because I was like, man, I'm not going to have time to take a shower.
So it's one of those things. That's what happens right before the show most of the time.
Yes.
And
Our concepts of time are never the same, which leads to stress.
but hold on. There's no concept of time. Time is what it is because we made it up.
Yes.
So 1 second is the same thing to one person as to another.
That's not true.
That is fact.
Because that's not true. Because
It's
if
fact. 1 second is 1 second to everybody. There's no perception.
If I'm 1 second late, I don't care. But if I'm 1 second late, you're like, what the F? How come we were here 1 second ago? So that's a different concept.
And I also want, again, it's the same thing. It was like, I don't want to sit here and talk about stuff on here about electronics and, oh my gosh, this isn't working.
Yeah,
this
no.
button's. I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's no fun for anybody. So even if all the buttons didn't work, I'd probably just unplug this thing and you'd get what you get.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that too. But I want to at least have it to the point where I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
And it takes a little bit of prep beforehand. And I need another human being
Yes.
to be involved.
Yes.
So.
And I want to say
Yeah.
that I'm trying. I am trying. I'm not trying my hardest. No, I'm not. Especially today, not even close to trying my hardest. I could have been here for our live Instagram that we're supposed to do that didn't happen. I could have prepped more for Fancy Friday or show prep. I didn't. It just did not happen. Am I going to stress about it? Absolutely not. Because this is my zen and therapy and my time to say, F this week, I'm done. We're relaxing and we're talking about crap.
And realistically, I'm stressed about it until
we start.
I go live.
Yeah.
And there was like,
And you're fine.
This is what we got. But this is how I put on, we put on stuff throughout the community. We put on different events, all those types of things. So I'm always stressed out.
Yes.
I don't want to say stressed out, but
You
I
are.
am.
Yes.
Because I want everything to be set up for success so that when we start the event, we just do the event.
Yes.
And that's all we got to do.
Yeah.
So are we even talking about the topic?
Yes.
You said,
How do you handle stress?
So how do I handle it?
You
We're
don't.
just saying,
I already said that.
you're just saying what stresses us out. It's two different
No.
topics.
I already said you don't handle stress. So how
What do
do
you
you
mean I don't handle stress?
You don't.
I schedule crap.
Is that how you handle it?
That's how I handle it.
I
That's,
said we have to take another shot.
I handle my stress. Yeah, for sure.
She said, "Forget about stress." That's what she
Time
said.
for another shot. Forget about it. That's true, and I think that's what you're absolutely right, Valerie.
Yeah.
Is once it's going on,
That's it.
I'm like right now I'm not stressed. If a light goes out, the light goes out. If a button doesn't work now, that means I forgot about it or something's broken. Oh well.
Yes.
I can't fix that. I could, but it was like that's a dumb show.
I also like to punch, not people, but like
That's how you
things.
handle stress.
Yeah, man. CJ held pads to me the other day, and it's so nice to be able to do kickboxing and relieve stress. If you've never been able to punch a bag or pads or whatever,
for sure.
it's so nice.
Get something to punch.
All right, ready for this?
I guess we're doing.
Valerie said so.
Take another shot.
Yes. Salud.
Mm-hmm. And the problem,
Thanks.
that is how I handle stress. Is I pre-handle it.
Yes, you overplan.
Yeah, and and it never goes as planned.
Yeah.
Never. Like this whole show has nothing to do with
Yeah.
the line that we were supposed to do and all that stuff. But
Man, we
I don't
just
care.
found out the other day that we're supposed to go to that spring break kind of got canceled-ish for one of our kids because she was going to go somewhere and now she's not. And then she heard from some colleges that they want us to go visit. And so she wants to go visit extra ones. And I was like, you know what we could do? We could just drive down to Visalia, drop off CJ, then drive to Pomona, go visit there, then drive to UCSB, and then drive to SLO, and then we could fly out from SLO to Vancouver. And Scooter's like, what?
because she has all these great ideas, but guess who drives?
Not me. I sleep.
Too much
driving.
That's what I'm trying to say is you're the wrench. I'm like,
I'll drive. I don't really care about driving.
but I care.
Yeah.
I care that you get your rest and you don't, I was like, I care.
Which should be the other way because I'm a better, easier human without rest than you are. If you don't have rest, you're grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
So are you. I got to fix my tie.
It's crooked
It was on the side of my.
on the neck. All right, well, so that's
A fat neck.
that's our advisement.
No, it's not. I was like, no. How do you handle stress? Shots.
Yes.
According to Valerie.
Shots, exercise, forget about it.
Exercise. Forget about it. Move on.
Yeah.
But like, let's talk real. Like, I'm talking like tangible things.
Okay.
Have a schedule. Do your best to stick by it. That will help your stress.
Schedules stress me the F out.
But just having it there, even though you miss it, do you
But
have?
that's what stresses me out is
Okay.
that now I haven't accomplished what's on my schedule.
So you don't make goals in life.
I do.
And
I
it
do.
stresses you out. That
Yes.
you don't make those goals.
Every day I put a post-it note on of what I want to accomplish every single day.
Yeah.
And when I don't accomplish it, I'm friggin' stressed out that I didn't accomplish what's on that stupid sticky note.
Wow.
Yes. So now I stop writing sticky notes. It's too much.
Yeah, that's the idea. Stop making goals.
That's right.
That's-
No more goals.
So this is definitely a
I'm just kidding.
BS podcast. Don't take any of this advice because it's called Advise Me Not. Holy cow.
But I can't overschedule because then that stresses me out.
You overschedule everything.
No, I overplan everything. I don't overschedule anything. I want to do 17 things in a day.
in 1 hour.
But that's not scheduling. That's
Me,
just
I will do
throwing
those
things on the
17
wall.
things, but I'll put a gap
Yeah,
in
no.
between them and then they get done.
No, because that feels like more like a chore. Just like when we go to the Central Valley, I'm like, well, I want to see Valerie and Erlia and Matthew and
That's
Naomi.
not going to happen.
But yes, it can.
It can.
I can't. But if you say, hey, we're going to spend 1 hour here and 1 hour here, I'm like, nah, I'm stressed out.
I didn't say that. I think you're missing what I'm speaking of. What I'm saying is this is how I am less stressed. Because when I go and visit my family, my daughters, you know, even when Willie and V lived in the Northwest, I would go up there and there was a couple times where I tried to see everyone. That was stressful. And I didn't make like a bunch of plans or anything. It was like I tried to see everyone. So I've come to the conclusion to what works for me the best, and I feel like it's working quite well, is every time that I go there, I make one person my concentration. Next time I'm there, I make somebody else the concentration.
Yeah.
So they know where I'm at, they know the area I'm in, and then they can, if they want to visit me there where I'm at, it might be an hour or two drive, whatever. That is less stress on me, and I feel like it's less stress and pressure on them. And I mean, they can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but it puts less pressure because it's like if I'm going up to visit Ariel, right? Going up to visit Ariel and going, hey, Bailey, I'm in town. I'm in that area. Hey, I took off my jacket, Ariel. Ariel's put it as like,
I wear this at your
sorry,
wedding,
it's
Ariel.
the fanciest for Friday, and I have my jacket that I wore at your wedding. She's commenting in the chat. But no, when I go up there and I'm like, I'm visiting Ariel and the Matars, right? Bailey knows, my sister knows, everybody knows I'm in the Pacific Northwest and where I'm hanging out at. Okay? And if I'm going there by wherever I'm going, and that way the other people that I'm planning with that one person. And other people, if they can fit it into their plans, cool.
Right.
If not, I'll be back. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'll come back and you're going to be my concentration at another time. So I feel like that's pretty smart.
I agree.
And I feel like that's what makes, to me, that's how I handle stress.
Yeah.
I make sure that everybody knows what's going on and you can work with that or not. That's totally up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how do you, I mean, realistically, how do you actually handle stress? You just keep kind of, it's like deflecting. You're like Wonder Woman.
It's not deflecting. It's like, so I'm stressed. Let me just not pay attention to it. Just push it aside a little more and then keep going deeper down the hole.
That's so healthy.
It's so healthy until I get to the point where I'm like,
she vomits.
I don't vomit, but I'm like, I don't want to do anything today.
Yeah, you turn into a
Freaking
robot.
tired and I don't want to do it.
You sit there, bark, bark, bark.
Yeah. So yeah, I've tried the scheduling thing. It doesn't work for me. I've tried the not scheduling thing. Doesn't work for me either. But
so to some of you out here, this is your boss. That's great. Great to know this information.
I'm no one's boss. Okay, I'm just an owner of a company. But I know that about myself.
She's
Like,
an amazing boss.
the
by
cool
way.
thing is that when you know you're stressed and to be able to see the signs of, I freaking know that one, if one more person says something to me today, no matter who it is, I'm going to bite their head off. To me, that's my sign of, okay, it's gone too far. That was real loud.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna set off a car alarm.
yeah, it is. Oh, it didn't. It must be gone. But
Somebody
that
stole it.
signals to myself that it's gone too far. Like I know when I'm super robotic, and I know when I'm like, if Scooter walks up here and says one more thing about anything that's not auditing, I'm gonna lose my mind because I already know that that's how it's gone. And so the only thing that really stresses me out is work. Like life doesn't really stress me out anymore. I've gone to the point where I'm like, it's life, and that part's okay with me.
And I think that's, I mean,
The kids don't stress
Yeah.
me out. You
But why
usually
w-
don't stress me out. It's usually just work.
Oh, I
And then
know.
somebody comes and says something crazy to
Yeah,
me.
it could be anybody, and I understand that. I totally understand that. And I think sometimes I feel the way you handle stress is you dig in deeper into work.
Yes.
At least that's what you did last year.
Yeah.
You just dug in. But that was life stress. That was life trauma and those type of things. But now I think we have to transition as human beings to where trauma is going to be happening all the time.
Yes.
There's always some sort of trauma happening all around you that's going to make you cry, that's going to make you upset and shake your fist at your creator, or it's just like everything you're going to have to deal with trauma all of the time. So deal with the trauma. But I think, and I know that's very light, but we're going to talk about stress, so I want to stay on topic a little bit. Find a partner that comes in and says, hey, you need to take a break.
Hate that sentence.
But you say it to me all the
Obviously,
time.
I know.
So, but it's okay to go, I don't want to.
Right.
And this guy, and it's like,
Yes.
not right now. And then, let that sink in.
Yeah.
And don't be offended if you're the person going in there. Is there anything? Because I say this all the time.
Yes.
You don't even know what I'm going
I
to
know
say.
what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
Is there anything I can do? No, there's not.
Because sometimes there is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to open, always, I go, hey, babe, how was your day? It's like, it's fine. And I go, well, is there anything I can do? And she goes, no, I'm good. But I know that's not what's coming out of her mouth. She's like, get the F out of here.
Yes.
Let me cope with this. But it's also, she does the same thing to me. She'll come in and go, hey, she'll tap me on the back. She makes sure to make noises before she taps me on the
Yeah.
back. Otherwise, catching elbows. But yeah, so be receptive to other people that you trust.
Yes.
I think that's the biggest part about how to deal with stress. Be receptive to the people that you trust. And what I mean by trust is not trust with your bank account, trust with your,
No.
like trust with your heart, your soul, your belief system.
Yeah.
You trust with this.
Yes.
Because I know this human across from me, her name's Sarah, is not out to get me.
No.
Sometimes she's out to hurt me verbally because she's mad.
I was like, am I? Yeah.
Okay. And so am I. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
not saying,
Yeah.
I don't want to point, but I was like, I'm worse at that. I'm a very hurt people human being,
Yeah.
but I'm working on that.
I know. I go silent.
Yeah, she does. And
Ooh.
that actually hurts me.
I know, but that's the only way I could deal with
And
it.
it hurts me. So you're just like, burp.
The funny thing is, I don't even consider that it hurts you at the time. I'm
Oh.
just like, if I say the actual words that are in my head, it's only going to make things real bad.
And I just say them.
I know.
I mean, and they've gotten less.
We're people. We're learning.
Yeah, you should be always learning.
Yeah.
And that's our mantra too.
Yes. Ariel sent me a picture. I'm not going to show it, but she sent me a text message of her fancy outfit, and it was gorgeous.
Did she fancy up tonight too? Oh,
Yeah.
this is their date night usually.
Fancy. She fancied up. It
Tars
was
usually
great.
do a date night.
I liked it.
On Fridays. There's chat going on.
That's fine. I got it.
I got fired up.
So I didn't do what's in our area because I didn't know what area we were doing.
I didn't either.
But it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. So like if you can't find a pub crawl or a bar crawl or green beer at some point between today and Sunday, you're just not doing it right.
I think
Or kombucha.
I think the what's up in your area, because there was a what?
Sounds funny.
Well, I wanted to make it funnier, but she wouldn't let me.
In your area.
No,
This seems inappropriate.
I was gonna say what's up in you area.
That's weird. Don't say that.
What's up in you area?
Okay.
It makes it creepy.
Yep. Don't
Yeah,
say
but
it.
I was really trying to think something. Remember Make 7 Up yours?
Yeah. I love
was-
that one.
Me too. I was trying to figure that out, and I was like,
No.
no, I'm not that creative. Obviously, I'm not paid millions of dollars to make a 7-Up ad. No, I think that here's what we want. If there's actually people like listening to this and watching this what we really want is what you guys want to talk about. I think that's our big what's up in your area kind of thing. Is that a thing? Do you guys want to know what's going on in your area? Can you research it your stinking self?
I mean, you can, but we can still tell you.
But we get excited about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we like to look up things in different places and what's going on. And they're like, oh, let's go do that.
Yeah.
So we're kind of into that. So if you guys are not, let us know. Yeah.
All right. You ready for? We have one more segment.
Shout out!
Woo!
Yep. These are all recorded
love
and
those.
played. All these segments by us. So,
I think we should go dancing after this,
oh, I'm down.
or just at least dance in our dining room.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
But you don't.
Going
But
live
somehow you don't
soon.
know how to spin the right way.
No.
You've never learned how to spin the
No
right
one
way.
taught
when
me how to dance.
I've been doing 11 years. I've been trying.
You
11.
didn't teach me. You're just like throw me across the
No, I
room.
was like, when I pull this way, go that way. Don't go the other way.
That's not how it works. I'm a stubborn human. You can't just tell me which way to go. Like, explain to me why I'm going this way.
I need the why
Right.
in this dance.
Turning
movement.
any way you want.
All right, so all of our little segments, we do all the sound bites ourselves. And that is definitely her voice.
Yeah.
It-
Woo! It's my favorite.
It is something she does all the
Sports
time when
balls.
sports ball is happening in the house. All right. I didn't write down anything.
Okay,
All
I'll do
right.
mine.
Cool.
So I had a contractor today who was like, listen, I can't work for you guys right now. Life's whatever it is, and I just can't do it. And I completely appreciate the fact that they messaged me and said that, because they could have just done what most people do and just ghost you and be like, never respond to an email or respond to any update or anything. And the fact that she was just like, I can't right now, but I appreciate what you guys have offered. I'm like, thank you a gajillion% for at least letting us know what's happening. So that's my one shout out. I'm not gonna say who it is, but just shout out to you for being like an honest, awesome human. That's
and
number
that's
one.
a big thing. Like,
Yes.
being a good person is also knowing your limitations, knowing like, hey, this is not working out for me.
Right.
It's like kind of quitting a job.
Yes.
Do you just leave?
Right.
No. If you give 2 weeks notice and you're like, hey, I'm just moving on to something different, or I can't do it right now, that means literally you're showing respect.
Yes.
And you're saying that company is still good to you and you're good to them and you can always come back. 2 weeks notice is it's a real thing. Have a
Yes.
conversation.
Yeah.
Ghosting, nobody's going to hire you back again.
Yes. As a contractor, really, I just need any notice would be cool. So I appreciate the
Right,
notice
that's
that
what-
they gave,
that's
because
what I'm
we've had a
saying.
few people who are just like, they just stop responding. And I'm like,
right.
well, that's a dick. That's a terrible move to do, because that's
an
rude.
Uncle Ruckus move.
Yes, it is. I'm not sure that is, but I agree with that. Boondocks. And then my other shout out is to our family members who we call the M&Ms. They had a really crap week, and
Yeah.
my shout outs to them, and just glad that they're, positive things are happening. I'm glad the dog's doing okay, but like, just we talk about how life's been just crap for us in general, and it's just the M&Ms have just been, it just keeps on going. And some of the weeks you're just like, seriously. Like when people ask the universe, can it be harder? And the universe is like, yes,
Yeah,
hold my
it
beer.
really can.
And it
Yeah,
just
hold my beer.
it just keeps getting a little harder every single week. And
Oh,
so, that's my
so
shout
true.
to
They
them,
gave
because
me-
I love them, and it's just been a real crap week. But so
Yeah.
Yeah.
And crap weeks like can turn into months and years.
yes. Oh, one more thing. And to anybody who feels like dumb about saying something terrible happened to their animal or their pet, and like, oh, well, it's just my cat,
Shut
dog,
up.
lizard.
Just
no,
shut up.
it's not. It's your family.
Just
no
shut
matter
up.
what anyone says, it's still your family. And when things happen, it freaking sucks.
Yeah,
That's all.
I know a lot of people call them fur babies and stuff like that. No, that's your baby.
It's still your family.
That is your family. Like, it makes your family unit what it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's family. It's like, I look at it this way. It's like, even if you have a neighbor or your kid's friend or something like that, there's a certain point they become your family.
Yeah.
Jeez.
What?
Well, you can't even stop looking.
I just want to see what you wrote.
That's kind of my whole point. I was like, I don't look at your paper at
Well,
all.
That's on you. You can. It's right here.
No, I can't, because my bifocals, I can't see under the bottom that far.
Oh, man. Okay.
And I really don't. It's not that I don't care. I like to react.
Me too.
Honestly, react. No, you don't. You
Yes,
like
I
to
do.
cheat. Talk about me being overprepared. Stop looking at my paper. No, but
still
I
don't know what you put down.
no.
Fine.
It's not that big a deal to you.
What's your good thing?
I don't even know what we were talking about. I had a really good point.
Oh,
That was your version of shut the hell up.
that's not true.
Yeah.
You overreacted to me staring at your paper.
I didn't overreact. You know I react, so you look. There's a difference.
If you just wrote it bigger, we wouldn't have this issue.
I may have misspelt it. I don't know.
Just write it large.
So shout out.
Yes.
All right. Realistically, I don't know this person in person, and
Okay.
there's some people we can give shout outs for that because there's some people that we're just a big fan of and we've talked to kind of on a personal level and got to know over conversation through text or calls or something like that. There's this human being in the LA area, a musician named Halo Kitsch, that is really doing some really cool things. And put it like one of the, and I don't know a ton of artists, but this human being is doing a lot of positive work out of trauma.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a good segue there. I didn't mean for it to be, but it is. Somebody that lost a good friend with overdose, had their house burned down during one of the California fires as a child, all those kind of things, but has taken that and turned it into kind of a passion of making themselves a good artist, good musician, and working with good people. They have put themselves out there as somebody that you can actually invest in. And Sarah's like, she just rolls her eyes, and I was like, oh,
That's not true.
yeah.
It's like buying a stock.
It is. There's different things out there, and I don't know if it's a real reputable thing. And honestly, it's a very new company based out of that area, and I'm okay with it. I mean, it was $50,
It's like buying crypto when crypto first started.
and I have some of that too.
Yeah.
But the idea is this human being is asking for people to like buy shares of her art in a sense. So the better she gets on streaming, TikTok, Spotify, all that kind of stuff, you get a piece of that. So it was just kind of, to me, that was very bold. And I'm not saying go do that. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying I like people that take those new chances in life, do something a little bit outside of the norm of how it's always been, because we're never going to be how it's always been. Like, we can talk about the good old days and do those kind of things. I'm almost 50, and let's not talk about the good old days. Let's say, hey, what's new? What can we do different that is going to change the next generation type of thing? So it's something kind of cool. So it's a small company. You can look into it if you want, but I'm a fan of her music. I know that I've forced it upon the human beings that are my children, and they've liked some of it. But look into what she's doing. Halo Kitsch got some good music. I think there's a song dropping on the 22nd. So whatever. That's kind of my shout out, because she's also very receptive to communication. So I talked to her about stuff. She's even offered to where we could do like a collaboration or do a cover of her song. And I'm like, that's a person that's open to some old guy that's saying, hey, my daughter and I want to do a song.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, totally. And I'm like, okay, that's cool to me. So those are the type of human beings we need in this world. So that's my shout out. I know it's so long winded.
It was long.
I'm so sorry.
It's
about
okay.
that.
I woke up.
I'm not sorry.
I know. That's fine. So after this, you know what we should do? We should, because we didn't post-show live Instagram, but we should pre-show live Instagram and dance to a song. Like Pink's Never Gonna
I don't know
Dance
what you
Again.
mean. Pre-show.
Post-show.
You said pre-show.
We didn't pre-show
Yeah,
a
we
live.
didn't, because you
Right.
showed up 2 minutes
So
before
we
went
could
live.
post-show a live, and we're gonna all go to dance to Never Gonna Dance Again by Pink. That's my jam right now.
Oh, so do that as a shout out too, because
I
we
think
can't do that on YouTube, because they'll just
No, Instagram Live, I
they'll
said.
turn off the audio.
So join us Instagram Live and like right after the show.
Oh my God.
After we take a potty break, and then we'll come back and we're gonna
Number 1 and number 2.
just one.
So it's just a pee break.
No, it's still a potty break.
Oh.
We're adults.
I just want to know how much
Use the
time we
word
had.
Potty.
That's all.
All right. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, join us on Instagram. Make sure and give us suggestions, give us ideas, give us questions, give us topics,
We'll watch
or
that.
just reach out to us and say hi.
And I feel like the next Fancy Friday should be like once a month because I only have like so many dresses.
Oh, and that's another thing. Stay tuned, guys, as we go. We are adapting the show to do different things. We might have guests on the show
Oh yeah.
coming up. Might have special guests, not just guests, but
Visitors.
special guests.
Yes.
Like in-house.
End of April.
Kind of things. And we're gonna do more Instagram lives if she shows up. Because
We'll
nobody
see.
wants to see just this guy. So
We'll see.
we bring the talent, go from there. So, but until next time, make sure to, I was going to say this, make sure and pull up a chair and show up in real life.
Yes.
Show up, people.
Have an amazing weekend.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, that's all. Good thing there's no lyrics to this one, huh?